Ne bucurăm să avem astăzi alături de noi unul dintre cei mai importanți profesioniști în domeniul resurselor umane, un om care înțelege atât provocările cât și oportunitățile specialiștilor din acest domeniu. Este profesor la Ross School of Business, University of Michigan, se află pe locul 23 în top 50 gânditori din lume în domeniul managementului și este autor a 25 de volume și a peste 200 de articole în acest domeniu. A fost desemnat cel mai influent lider internațional în HR în anul 2011 de către publicația HR Magazine. Welcome, Dave.
Thank you, Carmen.
Thank you for being with us today. Why do you need change in HR?
HR isn't the issue that has to change. Its business is changing. And for a company to be successful today, it has to respond to the external pressures that are so real around consumers, social trends, technological trends. When a company can respond to those changes, it will succeed. Human resources are a set of tools that help business leaders make that response happen.
And for that, we need to do this change even in HR department and even with the HR managers.
Generally what we find is some HR managers today are exceptional. They can do what's necessary to help their company change. Other HR managers are never going to change, but most of them, with appropriate training and coaching, like the HR Club provides, can become better at what they do, and they need to improve to respond to the changes facing the company.
Okay, how would this change could be an opportunity for us?
The change is always a great opportunity as well as a threat. Sometimes change threatens what you've done, but sometimes it's a chance to do new things and to have opportunities to make a different kind of impact than you had before.
What's the most important or most difficult thing to do when you want to make a change?
There's really three parts of change. Understanding why we should change. And people need to have that personal need.
The motivation.
The motivation part. Second is, what's the discipline for how to change? What do I need to change? And third is, how do I make sure that I do it? And what we find is, when the motivation is there, that's the why, then the what. What do I have to change? Is it clear? Is it specific? And third, how do I actually do it and make it happen? It's not always easy to do that.
Do you consider yourself a change champion?
I love to learn. I like learning, and if learning requires change, then I do it. Do you like to learn?
Yes.
What do you like to learn?
Very much.
What do you like to learn?
New things in my field.
Like what?
Like something who motivates me very well, something who leads me to a good results that I want.
I feel the same. I think learning keeps me vital and energized. And even if my body is awful, my mind can be fresh. And I think that learning is one of the great gifts that we all have. And part of that is learning to change.
You mentioned that HR professionals often focus internally rather than externally. Is this the best thing to do?
The answer is obviously no. What HR professionals have to do is understand the outside world. What do the clients, what do the customers, what do investors want? And what are the external business conditions that look for the future? And then they have to bring the internal capacity of a company to apply to those conditions.
In order to carry out this transformation, you said that we have to build a case. What do you mean by that?
Building a case is the motivation. It's why. It's the rationale. There has to be a reason to do what we need to do. And the need for change has to be greater than the resistance for change. And when the need for a change is greater than the resistance, then change will happen.
And if we have a resistance, how we manage this?
A lot of people don't like to face the resistance. One is understanding what's causing the resistance. Is it technical? We don't have the knowledge or skills. Is it political? We don't have relationships. Or is it cultural? It's part of our tradition. And once you understand what's causing the change, or the resistance to change, then we're more likely to overcome it.
How can become HR department value add value by leadership? You said that is important too.
Whenever a business leader sits down to figure out where does this company need to go, he or she has a plan or they have a strategy. Then they have to make sure that they implement it or accomplish it. And there's three things HR can bring to that discussion. One is talent, making sure we have the right skill set. The other is culture, making sure we have the right work environment, the right way of looking at world and the work pattern. And third is leadership, making sure we have the right leadership team to go forward.
Romanian employers choose the less prepared people, but the cheapest one. Is this a correct approach?
Dangerous, because what you want to look at is productivity. That's output per unit of employee input. And if somebody is cheap and their output is lower, that's not good. If somebody is expensive and their output is higher, that's better. In news, do you always want to hire the cheapest newscaster? You would say no.
No.
You want to hire the best.
Yes.
And from what I've been told, you are the best. And so you should be paid even more than you're currently paid.
This approach, how could affect the HR market?
Well, what's interesting is the HR market or the labor market is around productivity and performance. And if you can hire somebody who's paid more and produces more, that's a very good thing.
Okay.
Don't you think you should be paid more?
Yes.
Yes. We've got you on camera saying that. That's very good. And the reason why is because you're so good at what you do. If you were bad at what you do, you shouldn't be paid more. But if you're good at what you do, then you should be paid equivalent to what you produce.
How we can measure financially the efficiency of the HR department?
There's four things you can measure in HR. One is simply a perception, a survey. And we ask people, do you feel better about your job? A second is productivity. Did your productivity go up or did it go down? Did we produce more? Third are business results. That's the financials. Did we make more money by doing this HR work? And the fourth is really an interesting one. You know the commitment of a company when you walk in. If I walk into a restaurant, if I walk into a hotel, I can feel the commitment of the people. And I may not have a number, but I can sense it. So it's a survey, it's a productivity index, it's a financial indicator, or it's a sense of the quality of performance that's going on.
Very important this, but supposing a company could be a human body, HR department, which organ could be?
Well, HR departments in a human body are three things. One, they're the hands and the feet, because they get things done. Okay. Two, they're the mind, because they frame the agenda for the future. And three, they're the heart and soul. And so they're the hands and feet, that's the action. Okay. They're the mind, that's the intelligence, the direction. And they're the heart and soul, that's the emotion, and that's the passion.
How could involve customers or approaching customer engagement in that?
It's a great issue. When human resource practices connect with the outside client or customer, the practices are better defined. For example, in hiring someone, we should ask the customers what they want from the company, and then we should hire people who have those skills. When we pay somebody, we should make sure that we're paying them for the skills the customer thinks are important. When we're training somebody, we should make sure that what we're training people to do is consistent with what customers expect from the company. It really sounds pretty simple, and it's amazing we don't do more of that. People who watch your news show, they want to learn, they want to be entertained. From somebody, and your job as the newscaster is to make sure that you have the skills to create that learning. Okay. And again, as you said, when you do that good a job, your pay should be even higher.
Okay. You said that we need some competencies, important competencies for HR managers for doing this change. What are they?
We've studied the skill set for HR people for about 25 years. We do lots of data collection, lots of studies. We identified 6 things, and they're a little complicated, but I'll go through them quickly. One is what we call strategic positioner. Can you, as a human resource professional, position your company for the future? That means knowing strategy, customers, conditions, and build a business plan. 2 is credible activist. Can you build a relationship of trust, credibility, and have a position? 3 is capability builder. Can you shape and create the company's culture? 4 is managing change. Can you be a change champion? Can you make things happen? 5 is human resource integration. Can you connect all the parts of human resources in an integrated solution? And 6 is technology or information proponent. Can you handle the social media, the cloud, the analytics, and all the data that goes with making better decisions? When HR professionals demonstrate those 6 skills, not only are they better as HR professionals, but they also drive business results.
Okay, it's very important. If we say that these competencies are not the same level, how we choose the level of importance of each one?
Well, what's fascinating in our research, we're able to show that statistically. In order to be seen as a good HR person, to have personal relationships, credible activists is the most critical. Because when you and I trust each other, you will listen to what I say and I will listen to what you say. Second, to drive business performance, the 3 most critical skills are capability building, shaping and creating a culture, HR integration, providing a solution in an integrated way, and information or technology proponent, using information to make better decisions. So to become respected, it's credibility, trust. But to make business results, it's capability, HR, and information.
And how can be achieved, these competencies?
There's 2 ways. You can buy it, and some people naturally have it, or you can build it, you can train it. The training often comes from courses. The HR Club is a great group in Romania who has workshops and sessions. It also comes from experiences, giving people the chance to practice and to learn those sets of skills.
About your question at your workshop, what's the biggest challenge in your job today? What was the answers and why you're not content about that?
In the morning workshop, I had a wonderful opportunity to meet with some business leaders and their HR partners. And we asked the question, what's the biggest challenge in your job? And the challenges were serving clients and customers well, managing talent, responding to change, leveraging the technology that's in front of us, becoming more profitable as a company. Well, those are challenges business leaders wrestle with. Serving customers, making profit, managing change. HR professionals should be able to enable and help make those things happen.
And the success of the company also.
And the success of the company.
Okay. What is your piece of advice for HR specialists from Romania and from every country?
The advice is to be really good at what you do. When you're very, very good at what you do, others will respect you and they will give you the license to do more. If you're not accomplishing what you need to be good at, people won't give you opportunity or license to expand your skills. So be very good at what you do, and then people will give you the privilege of doing more.
Okay. Thank you, Dave.
I have a question. What do you like about your job the most?
The new things, learning the new things.
But you like to learn. In the
Yes.
last 3 months, what's something you've learned that's been really interesting to you?
To respond to challenges.
To respond to challenges.
Yes.
Are you optimistic or pessimistic about Romania?
Equal.
Equal. What gives you optimism?
I think I hope that this country have very talented people and they are the change, to make a change in their lives.
Nice.
Using the opportunities, using the knowledge from someone else.
You know, the essence of a country is not in the minerals, it's not in what's in the ground, it's what's above the ground.
Okay.
And it's a great way to have optimism. Great way to have optimism. Thank you. You do a very good job.